All right. Hi, Jeb.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're going to continue with questions now with Jeb. If you have a question, friendly reminder, raise your hand within the Zoom platform. We'll work to get to as many questions as we can in the time that we have with drivers. And to kick us off, we're going to go to John Newby. Go ahead, John, with your question for Jeb.
Thank you. So, Jeb, I was talking to Jordan the other day, and he said that earlier this season he gave you kind of a peek behind the curtain, showed you how certain incidents on the track, what they cost the team, and how the money can get reinvested. And I was curious if that has had a effect like on your mindset as you're approaching these races.
Um, well, I kind of know what things cost, but where that happened was I made a little mistake at Coda on the last corner, and it cost us a little bit of money, and Jordan let me know about it. So for sure, ever since then, we really haven't tearing up tore up anything, and I think that's just my mindset driving the car, and yeah, so definitely don't want to tear up stuff for sure.
Okay, and then is it kind of a point of pride for you the fact that you have, zero DNFs plus your average finish is 14.4 in a highly competitive field?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we definitely need more speed in our race cars, but we've been doing a really good job of maximizing what we have right now and not tearing up cars. And we're a small team. We've got 25 employees, so we can't afford to wreck stuff every week. And just need to bring the car home in the top 15 every week and keep working on it so we can make it better.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Our next question will go to Matt Weaver. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey Jeb, thanks for taking some time today. Kind of to that point you just made, given where you are to start the playoffs, do you feel like the best strategy for you guys is do what you've done all year, which is largely take care of the car, finish races, do what the car will give you, or do you try to ramp it up a little bit? Do you try to be a little bit more aggressive to make stuff happen? What is kind of the balancing act that you find yourself in now going into this first round?
Well, Matt, I think for me, I want to win every week, right? But I just got to realize that right now we're not capable of doing that every week. So we just need to do what we've been doing. If we try to go get more, it's not going to end well for us. So if the car will run first, then we'll go run first. If it'll run fifth, we need to run fifth. So we just need to continue to do what we're doing and finish races and get the best finish possible and let others make mistakes. And I told somebody today if it wasn't for stage racing, we'd be I think seventh or eighth in points just from our finishes. So the things that have hurt us is the speed during the first and the middle half of the race, not getting stage points. But we find a way to finish, and that's where you see that average finishing coming from. So we just need to keep doing what we've been doing. I think an average finish of 15th will take it to the next round. So that's what we need to do, and just do our deal. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, we're still doing a lot with a lot less than a lot of our competitors, and everybody at Jordan Anderson Racing should be proud of that.
Yep, I was muted. And then you're kind of a historian of the sport. Obviously, you've lived it your whole life. And I feel like right now, the current Xfinity series has a lot of the old Bush series in it in terms of how much identity and its own personality and culture it has. And certainly part of that is the car, too. It's a car that everyone seems to love to drive, a unique schedule. How do you feel about the current state of the Xfinity series and how it's different than Cup and Truck and its place in NASCAR?
Well, I wish the purse was a whole lot more like Cup. I think that'd be better for everybody, right? Cup is still definitely the powerhouse, but yeah, I love the car that we drive. I feel like a driver can make a difference. You're out of the throttle a lot. It's an old style type race car. Like you said, it's a bunch of different competitors in our series, and I think the new TV deal is going to be great for the Xfinity series. Just glad to be a part of it. I'd love to be racing Cup one day, but right now, just trying to make the best of the opportunity, and I feel like we've done that this year. And I still don't have everything done yet for next year. We're working hard on that. So want to go into the playoffs and definitely make it to the next round. I think we can do that. My crew chief Shane Whitback and Brian, my car chief, have been doing a really good job for me. They're working really hard, and feel like Bristol can be a good night for us. So just excited to get there Friday and keep turning some heads, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Our next question will go to Jordan Bianchi. Go ahead, Jordan.
Hey, Jeb, appreciate the time. How would you assess where Jordan Anderson Racing is now compared to where it was at the beginning of the year, and what areas of growth have you seen?
Yeah, we definitely were struggling pretty bad at California. I think Vegas, Phoenix, we did pretty good. We didn't get the result. We had a shot go bad or something. And then at Vegas, I was like, okay, we ran inside the top 15 all day and we're getting better. So we're getting there. We just don't have a full technical alliance with one of these big powerhouse teams, and that's what we're racing against. So it's really old school racer mentality, just hardworking racers working on the car, trying to make it the best we can. And they believe 100% in me, and that means a lot as a driver too, that they've got my back. And we're just doing a lot with a little. So if we can get a little bit more support, I feel like we could really do a lot. So we're getting close, but like this weekend is a little bit of an equalizer. I feel like we can have a shot run inside the top 10. And when we go to Texas in 2 weeks, I feel like we can run inside the top 12 there as well. So we just need to keep doing what we're doing so we can make the next round.
All right. Our next question will go to Rob. Go ahead, Rob, with your question.
Thanks, Amanda. Thanks for joining us today, Jeb. Couple of questions for you. How has Shane Whitbeck really helped you improve or elevate your racecraft? And what's been the best advice that your father, Ward, has given you about pursuing an Xfinity Series championship?
Shane's just been really good. He's a total different personality than me. I'm kind of wide open, hot head sometimes, and Shane's really the total opposite. So we gel really well together. We both don't have egos going on. We both believe in each other. We never really question each other. I think we've maybe had one cross word all year long. So we just get along really well. So that's been a good relationship. Love working with him. So that's been good. But Dad, we haven't really talked a lot about it. Like we got to be realistic in our expectations here. I feel like we know we need more speed in our cars. So we just got to do the best we can. There's nothing, you can't just make up for grip. If your car doesn't have the grip, it doesn't have the grip. And if you try to make up for it, you're going to wreck. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned over my career. Just take what the car will give you and finish 12th, feel run 12th. And knock on wood, we've been doing a really good job of that all year. So we just need to keep doing that. And I feel like that will take us through the playoffs.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeb. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Our next question will go to Steven. Go ahead, Steven.
Jeb, you mentioned Jordan's team only having about 25 or so employees, so you're a pretty small team. But the unique thing with that is that you've been running two cars with Parker and the 31, and the both of you have been running at a fairly high level for the program that you have. How do you guys feel like you've balanced being a two-car team, and what have you been able to see and take from Parker's program, the 31?
Yeah, I feel like here recently it's helped us a good bit working with two teams at Darlington. Parker's car was a little better than mine, so I felt like that taught us some things for direction. So I thought that was good, and he's done a good job too, not tearing up stuff, and that's helped the whole organization as well. We just can't afford to be wrecking stuff every week, so that's been good. Parker's learning, and he's been a good teammate to me, and I've enjoyed working with him.
And when you think about Parker's background, it's a little bit different than you or some of the other drivers in the Xfinity Series. It's a little more sim racing laden, and this is his first full-time season in Xfinity. How do you feel like he's developed as a driver, and where do you see the arrow pointing for him?
Yeah, I think Parker has what it takes to get it done. I think it's just going to take some time, right? I've got a lot more experience than he does, just knowing what he needs in his race car and things like that. And it's his first year, right? So I feel like if I'm not sure what he's doing next year, but if he comes back in the Xfinity Series, he'll be even better. And yeah, he's a good little kid and good little driver, and it's been fun to work with.
Gotcha. Thank you, Jeb.
All right, our next question will go to Nathan. Nathan, you can wrap it up for us.
Thank you. Appreciate the time, Jeb. Obviously second time in the last 3 years that you've made the playoffs, both, with Talladega wins, but do the circumstances of this season and running for a team considered more underfunded make this year's opportunity more special than 2021?
For sure. The 2021, I mean, I would have pointed my way in, no problem, with or without the win. I think we had like 22 top tens or something close to that. So yeah, I mean, that was expected to win in that car. I put the pressure on myself at least to do that. And this year, the best car we've had has been Talladega, and we won with it. So I'm hoping that this weekend we can have another shot. But yeah, it's definitely bigger to win with this organization and build something around me and try to grow a program. A lot of those guys have never won a race before, and I was able to take a lot of those folks to victory lane. So that was pretty neat. And I'm hoping we can take the 27 into the round of 8, and then who knows what can happen after that. If you can make your way to Phoenix, all you got to do is outrun those 3 cars and you can win the championship. We're going to have some luck to make it there. But I know I'm going to drive as hard as I can, and my guys are going to do the best we can and see where the chips fall. We can just control, and do the best we can with what we got.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Jeb, thank you so much for your time. We wish you the best of luck this weekend in Bristol.
Appreciate it. Thank you all.